Hi all cricket lovers. So this is Abhishek. I am also a cricket lover like all of you because I am hoping when you are watching this video, definitely you are one of the cricket lovers like me. So now why I started this? So this is because I just love analysis of cricket. So I thought of connecting with my fellow cricket lovers through this channel to discuss various analysis and various discussions about cricket only. So now, today is the day is 16th August. So now, for an Indian cricket fan, the most important topic is the upcoming Asia Cup. And now for that Asia Cup, this is the most debatable topic is about the team selection. Because there is an existing team which was doing tremendously well. They have played last 5 T20 series after the T20 World Cup win, and they have won each of them. And they didn't just win it, they thrashed their opponents, literally thrashed. So why are we even discussing about these changes? Because generally when a team does well, there should not be any changes, right? But yeah, now the situation is a little bit different because of few outstanding performances and few big names waiting outside of the T20 team of India. Who are those? No guessers. Shubman Gill, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shreyas Iyer. And there are few others. Obviously, I am not excluding Rishabh Pant out of this yet, but obviously he is also in the consideration for a spot in that squad. Now, to start with, when we do a comparison, we have to check what these guys who were in the team were offering for the last 2 years. Yeah, I am selecting the 2 years as a span of time through which we should be checking their performances. It should not be very less like 6 months or 8 months, and it should not be more because that will not give the exact picture of their performances. So let us revisit the performances of the existing squad along with the contenders who are vying for the spot in the squad. Now, to start with the most debatable positions of the team, the opening slot. Because there we have Abhishek Sharma and Sanju Samson playing for last few series and they are doing almost good. Now, why are we even discussing that? Because again, the most important 2 names are contending that spot too. That is Yashasvi Jaiswal and Shubman Gill. Now let us see their stats. Between these 5 contenders for the top 3 slots, that is number 1, number 2 and number 3 batting positions, Sanju Samson, Abhishek Sharma, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill and Tilak Verma. So how should we compare them? So in T20 cricket, from the batting perspective, what is the most important thing you can think about? That is the strike rate, right? So from the strike rate perspective, Abhishek Sharma is leading the way by miles because he is striking almost at 200, that is around 194 over the last 2 years. With a decent average of 33. Yeah, people can say that average is not that decent enough. But for a high risk, high reward approach which he takes, where the impact is more, where the risk is more and the reward is also more. Based on that, when the average is above 30, I think it is on par. With that strike rate of 200, I think he has done justice to his role and he should be holding to that place of the opener. In this period, he has scored 2 centuries also. What does that mean? That means when he gets going, he gets big, which in turns gives a highest impact. In terms of the strike rate, if we go for the other 4 contenders, then we will be able to see that 3 of them are having almost in the same range. That is Sanju, Yashasvi and Tilak Verma. But out of those 3, if we see the averages, definitely Tilak goes ahead by a margin where he is almost scoring at 50 average per match. Now, in the shortest format, having a 50 average, it's a stupendous performance in my opinion. Now, with this, he has scored centuries also. So, what does that mean? That means that when he gets a chance, he also can go big, similar to Abhishek. No wonder that both of these batsmen are holding the number 1 and number 2 positions in the rankings for the T20 format. So, from my opinion, with having his part-time option of bowling, which is a rarity nowadays, along with Abhishek, Tilak Verma is a sure shot starter in my 11. Now considering the remaining 3 players, if we have to look at the stats for the last 2 years and if we see IPL also, then definitely anyone will go for Yashasvi Jaiswal. But in the last few tournaments, last few matches, whom the selection committee and the coach has backed, that is Sanju Samson. Now, if we want to change that, so we are replacing Sanju with Yashasvi Jaiswal, we can do that. But what is the consequence of that? The consequence is that we will be out of the wicketkeeper batsman at the top. Then we have to include a wicketkeeper batsman in the middle order, which we don't have many options in our previous matches. What does that mean? That means that Sanju is playing for last 5 series for India as a wicketkeeper batsman. So we don't have that option of middle order wicketkeeper batsman who has played in the shortest format for India in the last few series. Yeah, Jitesh Sharma has got few chances, but he hasn't done that well in that. So now if we have to make this change to accommodate Yashasvi in the playing 11 and leaving out Sanju out of the team, that does mean that there will be change in the middle order also. I don't think that is a feasible option at this point of time, and I don't think the management will also want in that direction. So again, out of these 3, definitely I'll be looking for Sanju Samson in the 11 for the sake of continuity and for having the wicketkeeper batsman at the top. Now many of you can say, why I haven't talked about Rituraj, right? Yeah, definitely. He should have been considered. But if I see the management's plan for last few series and overall from the Indian team perspective, Rituraj was not considered at all. So if we want to select him or if we want to elect him in the team based on his performances or based on his previous records, it is not possible, because in the IPL also he couldn't play the full IPL. He was out due to the injury. So we don't have a set of information based on which we can judge Rituraj's recent form. So that's why he was not considered. And from the impact perspective, if I want to give more context, in the last 2 series, that is against South Africa and against England, which are considered big teams, right? So against them, Tilak Verma has got 3 Player of the Match awards, whereas Sanju Samson has got 1 and Abhishek Sharma has got 1. So no wonder that these 3 should be keeping their place in the 11. So this was my opinion. It may vary with yours, which is completely fine, because whoever we are, when we are judging, we have our own criterias, own stats and own perception of the players, right? But I try to make it based on the facts, based on the stats, whatever I have, based on that I did this judgment. Now from my side also, I am very tempted to have Yashasvi in the team. But as I said, that currently I am not able to fit him in the 11. But we are doing a 15-man squad, right? At least 15. So definitely Yashasvi will be there in my squad as a backup opener or as a backup number 3. He will be there. Now, I didn't talk about Shubman Gill at all, right? But if I see the stats, like his India records, that is not that great, to be honest. But now, in the IPL, he has performed excellently well. Now, based on IPL performances, he can get selected. But if IPL performance is the criteria, then Sai Sudarshan also should get selected, isn't it? But with that IPL performance key, we can't have the players in the team, in my opinion. Like whoever has done well, we should be giving them the continuity. That is one part. And who has done exceedingly well and where we have an option to fit him in the team, then we can select him. So for now, Shubman Gill, in my team, he is not getting the chance. And I think maybe the selectors will go in the same direction.